Hi everyone, welcome back to styleoblender, and in today's video I am using this old men's shirt and turning into a beautiful top for a 4 to 5 years old. So first I am going to button up the shirt, and the rest of the fabric which was open I pinned it and closed it. Then turn your fabric inside out, and this is where we are going to do the markings. I don't want any marks at the front side of the shirt because it's a light color, so the marks are going to be visible. That's why I turned my shirt inside out. Anyways, next I am going to straighten up the bottom, and if you want to use the original hem, you can definitely go ahead and use the original hem, but I wanted to have a straight hemline, so that's why I'm using I straighten up the fabric. The length of the shirt is going to be 23 inches, which includes the seam allowance for the shoulders and hemming. If you want to have a little shorter dress, then I would suggest you to cut on 21 inches, so your ready length would be 19 or 19.5 inches. So it depends how long you want your shirt. I am taking almost all the fabric for the length, and after that I am going to cut all the extra fabric from the top, and then I will also cut the bottom straight. So this is the fabric so far, how it looks, and here I am going to just fold it from the middle. I am marking on the fold. So for the marking, I mark 5 inches for the shoulder width, and then the length of the armhole is going to be 5 inches again. Then join those 2 points, and for the chest mark 7.5 inches for the fittings and 1/2 inch extra for seam allowance. Then from the top mark on 11 inches for the waistline, and here I am going to mark 7 inches for the fitting, 1/2 inch extra for the seam allowance. For the rest of the fabric I marked on 10 inches, 9.5 inches for the fittings, 1/2 inch extra for seam allowance, and this is how it looks so far. Then mark the curve line for the armhole. I'm not doing it, but I have showed you so many times. Just mark 1 inches upwards from the corner, from the L-shaped corner, and then just make a curve. After that, just cut all the extra fabric. Then I cut 1/4 inches for the shoulder slope, and this is the front of the dress. Next, iron the sleeves and pinned it. Because the sleeve of the shirt is damaged, so I'm going to just cut the whole thing, so I would have like a proper fabric to use it for the sleeves. So I'm gonna cut it. I'm going to use all the fabric because I'm gonna do the gathers on top and on bottom as well. I want to create a kind of bubble shaped sleeves. Mark the middle point with the help of notch and cut the side stitching. Now the length I have is 15 inches, but I am going to cut it on 13 because I don't want like a full sleeve. I want like a 1/4 sleeves. Now I'm going to cut the cuffs because I thought it would be nice to just give it a touch of a cuff. So I'm going to cut both the cuffs, and at the end I'm going to sew them together. Once my gatherings are going to be done, then I will attach these cuffs together. Initially, I didn't cut the proper neckline. I'm gonna fix the neckline at the end, but right now I'm just telling you just for the idea that how much I am going to cut it at the end after fixing and everything. The width of the neckline is going to be 3 inches, and the depth of the neckline is going to be, for the front, 4 inches, and for the back it's going to be 2 inches. Once you are done with the cutting, then on the placket side like this, I'm going to use the zigzag lace, and I'm going to sew half inside and I'm gonna leave half outside. As you can see, I am sewing something like this. I'm gonna close the placket but leaving 2 buttons from the top. It would be easy for my daughter to put it on and take it off. I'm not going to do a lot of designing in it. It's just a few details I'm going to add. So this shirt won't be looking like it was a men's shirt. I hope you would like the end result, but I'm going to show you how I am going to sew the lace. So just watch this process, and then we will move on to the next one after this. Repeat the same process on the other side of the placket. Close the placket, leaving 2 buttons open from the top. As you can see, how I am stitching the top of my shirt. I'm just leaving one side open, as you can see, and finish it off on the placket alone, not closing it from the top. So this is how it looks so far. Now it's time to sew the shoulders, and then we will move on to the sleeves part. I have also stitched the zigzag lace around the armhole area as well, and now I'm going to attach the sleeves with that. There are 2 options. One, you can do the gatherings, and second, you can do the pleating. For that, I marked the middle point with the help of the pin, and with the rest of fabric I am going to create the gathers, and you can use the pleating method or you can use the gathering method. I'm creating pleats here. This part, you guys make sure that you are stitching slowly, and you don't have to rush it around this. And here you can see this is how it looks after stitching. Next, I sew the largest stitch on my machine, and this is how I am going to create the gathers. Also, I resized the cuffs, and it's entirely up to you that what width and length you want for your cuffs. I just want to give a finished look, like kind of shirt look, but not exactly. Lace, this is how I'm going to sew the zigzag lace. The total length I want around 10 inches, so 9 inches or 10 inches. So I'm just gonna stitch it, and on top of it I'm going to sew the cuffs. Now I'm making a top stitch just to finish off the sleeves. And this is how it looks like so far. Once you are done with the stitching, then all you have to do is just close the sides of the sleeves in the shirt, and then it's almost ready to wear, except we have to finish the neckline, and we have to attach the bias tape. Is entirely up to you. You want to use the bias strip, or you want to use a collar, or you have some kind of lace you want to finish it off with. So that's totally up to you. I'm going to use the bias tape because it's for summer and she doesn't like to wear collars anyways. So I'm just going to double stitch this, and then we will cut the bias strip. Now with the remaining fabric, I am cutting bias strip, and the width of the strip is 1.5 inches, and the length should be according to the neckline. So here I'm cutting 2 strips, and then I'm going to join them from the middle, and then I will start stitching. After stitching the strip, just make small notches all around the neckline. If you have any extra fabric, cut it off, so your neckline would be nice and clean. Then I will be sewing very closely to the strip and neck join, so it would give me a nice and clean stitching once I fold the strip. Either you want to hand sew it, or you want to do machine stitch. And we are done here. I just want to show you the sleeves. As you can see, the sleeves have very nice balloon shape, and they are very airy, and it has a lot of room around it so your child can play easily. And now time for the final look. Here is the final result, and I paired it with the very nice and flowery pants which I sewed by myself, and the tutorial for this pant will be coming up soon. And that's about it for this video. She loved it, she enjoyed it. If you have any requests, do let me know. I will try to fulfill your request. Until next time, take care you all. Bye now.